Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I am your host of The Edge. You can find us on IC Radio, and we are your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182, on Charter Communications, as well as Abundance TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. I've been making jewelry since I was a kid. Back in, I think it was in like the 6th and the 7th grade, love beads were in style. Okay, this is in the 60s and the 70s. And so I used to make these love beads using elastic. So that's how I got my start. And I would sell the bracelets and the rings and the necklaces, and I would sell those to my schoolmates. And so that's kind of how I got started. So I've been making jewelry ever since. I'm also into jewelry repair. A lot of my customers like for me to, they'll send me something, maybe it used to be their grandmother's, and that's what this is. I think it's a beautiful piece. And it was someone's grandmother, and she said, I don't wear it like that. She said, it's just too much for me. And she said, can you do something else with it? Can you make like a necklace, bracelet? I said, I got an idea. I'll make a necklace, bracelet set for you, and also a pair of earrings. And she said, now I don't wear gaudy earrings, so it'd have to be like really small ones. And I said, I got you back. I know what I'm going to do with this. So we're together, you and I we're going to get together, and we're going to make this piece of jewelry for this customer. Now, the first thing I want to do, I think it's pretty like it is. She said she just really wasn't interested in wearing it double stranded like that. So what I'm going to do is find, it's got beautiful pieces. Look, just this right here. You could use that one piece right there and maybe put a jump ring on it and put it on a piece of leather. That would be pretty. You can make leather, maybe get some leather belts and cut those, and put some of this on a leather belt. And well, you've got kind of this, I don't know how to explain. What I like, and I don't think there's a definition for it. What I like is really pretty pieces. I like bright and shiny pieces, but I also like leather. So I do that. I'll just kind of combine things together. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Real easy bracelet. Okay, and she said that her wrist was about 7 inches, so you've got to allow for that. But all I'm going to do, see where the fastener is, right here. Okay, so I'm going to measure as to what I think about 7 inches would be. And then I'm going to do a cut, because you don't want, and let me give you an idea, like I wouldn't want this and this together. So that's why I want to keep the fastener just like it is right here. We're going to keep that. So I'm going to take off probably this and go with this. That's why I'm keeping this fastener on there. I think that's really important. So what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and just kind of manipulate this. I'll put this down so you can kind of see where I'm working at on the board. Okay, and I hope you can see this. All right, so here we go. I don't want, see, if I were to measure it like this, I'm going to have these two together, and I don't want these two. It needs to be something that's not matching. So let's just kind of move it over this way just a little bit. And so what I'm going to do is take it off. Now that's a bigger piece. So she said she doesn't want anything like really chunky. So what I'm going to do, this is going to make it about 7 inches. So I'm going to get my pliers. And by the way, I like the kind that do not have the ridge in here, because you don't want anything messing up. So let's go ahead and just take it off. Let's find out where this part is. We'll just take it off and kind of take it off right here. Okay. And let's find that jump ring part. Should be right in there. There we go. That's it. Now my two pliers I have, again, they're very smooth. There are no ridges right there, because that could actually harm the jump ring piece. Now I don't want to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is take it off right there. Okay, we're going to keep it somewhere around 7 inches. And remember, here's the lobster clasp. The lobster clasp. So what we're going to do is take it off right here. Okay, I'm being really careful not to lose this jump ring, okay? So what I'm going to do, and by the way, on jump rings, anything like that, you always want to move them side to side. Don't ever move them out because you'll never get it back in again. Okay, I'm going to, I don't know if you can see me, I'm trying to be really careful. So I'm going ahead and put this back. See what I mean by going side by side, this jump ring? Had I come out this way, I promise you'll never get that back together again. You only go side by side when you're maneuvering. Okay, now this is the jump ring I took off. And again, I'm trying to use the same materials, and it's really important you do that too because you want it to match up. Now here I am, I'm putting this one back on again, and look, I've made a bracelet. Isn't that amazing that you can do that? I've had people bring me long necklaces, and they'll say, you know, my mother died or my grandmother died, and she wore this all the time. Could you just make a whole bunch of bracelets for the rest of the family members? And I'm going, oh yeah, I can do that. So here we go. I'm taking the lobster class, and look, I've just made a pretty bracelet. Isn't that gorgeous? Now let's just say for some instance, I don't think that's quite, yeah, that would fit her. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something else you can do. Okay, I'm going to take this part off, and we're going to make a pretty bracelet out of that too. Now again, I'm keeping in mind, right here, let's keep in mind that I want to save all the pieces to this necklace because I want to keep everything very uniform. But what I want to do, let's put that over to the side. I'm going to take this one off. Okay, and I would need to do that right here. Okay, so let's take this one off. And again, I'm being very, very careful because I want to keep the pattern of this. Now, if you're making something like really funky, like I've had customers before say, you know, something I don't wear normal jewelry, and I've seen some of the stuff you do, and it's kind of funky and it's kind of weird looking. And so I just want something funky. And what I do a lot of times is mix the metals. In other words, I'll have like silver and gold and just, you know, different things put together. Now what I want to do, because see, this is the ring, this right here is the ring that actually goes with the jump ring. Okay, so this is like a lobster clasp kind of a thing. So I'm going to take this one off because I want to save the integrity of the bracelet itself. So I'll just get this one. Let me take that one off. You want to get those things confused. I think that's just a beautiful piece. And again, that would be pretty just to use on its own and put it on a piece of leather. I think that would be gorgeous. Okay, let's go ahead and take this one. Again, I'm saving the integrity of the bracelet and of the necklace because we're making a set. And this is a pretty piece. And again, I don't want to mess that up. So what I'm going to do is add this piece. Hope you can see me right here. So I'm used to working by myself, so you have to just kind of bear with me for a minute. Make sure, and I'm going to show you, I may have done it wrong, so this will be a good learning experience for you. So you want to make sure, and I did it right for a change. Sometimes I have to redo it. So what I'm doing, see the way this faces, I want it to match the way this one faces as well. Okay, so that's going to be added to the bracelet. All right, now, see how I bent this part? Easy to do. All I've got to do is get, okay, so I've put it back into place again, as you can see that. Now, let's go ahead and get the lobster clasp, where we can fix it again. Again, I just extended it. And sometimes customers come to me and they say, look, it's not big enough, or it's too big, or it's whatever. And they want me to go ahead and, either make it bigger or make it smaller. I can do that, depending on the piece now. All right, now look at this. I've just extended it by adding one more piece. There we go. Made a beautiful bracelet. I love that. I think she's going to like it too. And Nancy, if you're watching, here's your piece. This is one of our regular listeners that this came from. Okay, now she said, now Donna, I want I want this to be probably about 18 inches. So let's find a pretty piece, a pretty place. Let's see. Now I need to save some for the earrings. I'm going to save this piece right here and maybe these two and make her a really pretty earring. So I want a couple that they've got to match, okay? Why don't we start with this? This can be part of the necklace. So what I'm going to do is use my neck because we're about the same height and the same everything. And just kind of figure this out. Where's it going to be? So I want these two. So you're always going to find something common. So I want something that's going to match here. So what I'll do is I'll just go on down. Now see, there are two different sizes. So here's a bigger size like this one, and then there's a smaller size. But you want these to match, especially when it's something kind of an elegant look. And she wanted to keep that. She wanted to keep the elegant look. So I'm going to go down a little bit more. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Well, no, not quite. Because see, I've got that bigger one right there, so that doesn't match the smaller one. Okay, let's go on back down just to this is going to do it right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is cut, I think that's the way it needs to be. Okay, right there. So let's go ahead and take this part off. And here we go. Hope you can see what I'm doing. It's really bright here in the studio, so I'm trying to make it, you know, where you can actually see what I'm doing. It needs to be bright, but then at the same time, let's go right here. And so we're going to make the necklace. And let's make sure we don't lose it. I don't know how many times I've done that. Okay, let's take that part off. And I'm going to ask her what she wants me to do, because there's going to be plenty of this necklace left right here if she would like me to make maybe some more bracelets for other family members. I think she said this was her grandmother's. Okay, now I'm going to use a lobster clasp. Or not going to use a lobster clasp this time. What I'm going to do is use this. And this is real easy on and off. And so let's just go ahead and put this in here. Again, we're not changing the integrity of it. I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to add another jump ring. Let's go ahead and close this one up. Because, and this again, this is an experience thing. If I were to put that here, it may make it just a little bit difficult. Because see, I'm using the bigger stones right here. It may be just a little bit difficult to put this necklace on, unless you're just going to throw it over your head, which is probably what she's going to do. All right, so remember, I have two jump rings. Remember those. I'm saving the integrity of the necklace set and the bracelet set. So I have two right here that I'm going to use for this clasp. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this one, because I want to extend it just a wee bit. And here I am. I'm adding this jump ring, and I'm adding this. Now remember, this was already on the necklace. So here we've saved the integrity of the necklace. And you will think it was actually made originally to be this way. Okay, we're going to have to go into a break in just a minute. But before we go into a break, I want to finish this necklace, okay? Our sponsors will appreciate that. Now, let me tell you something else about jump rings. To make them work hardened, and this already is work hardened, okay, because it was bought this way. But if you're starting out for the first time, you're adding a new jump ring, you need to go back and forth a couple of times. And what that does is work hardens that jump ring. See, so it's not going to come off. It's not going to bend. It's not going to break unless you hook up to a bus or something, and that would that would break it, but not this part. Okay, now before we go to break, let's go ahead and add this jump ring. So we got it here on this end. And again, this is something really easy you can do. Let's say, you know, it's a memory piece. It belonged to your grandmother, or it belonged to whoever, or maybe a friend. And maybe your style was just not the same as theirs, but you want something that's going to remind you of them. Here we go. Just made a necklace. Isn't that beautiful? You'll see what I'm talking about now, because we added a jump ring Had I left it, it would have been really tough to have put this through. See, now it's easy to do. And here we go. And you just added, now, just added another piece. Just happened to be some jewelry that I had. But see, this is going to match the integrity of the necklace set right there, okay? I'm going to put this necklace on. I can just put it over my hair. And you're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. There we go. Oh, this necklace I have on is kind of busy. But anyway, see, there's the necklace I just made and the bracelet right there. Okay, let's go ahead and cut into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back in just a few minutes. So y'all hang in there, okay?
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales look forward to serving you. And you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Fort Payne and Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at TwinCityUsedCars.com or go by the locations in Fort Payne and Gadsden. We sincerely look forward to serving you.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain-fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
We're back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge. Thank you so much for watching Afternoon Drive Home and The Edge every day, Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central. As we get to ride home with you in the afternoon, all kinds of topics, all kinds of stuff. And so this is just one of the topics. I had several folks send emails. What can I do with memorial jewelry? You know, it's maybe something my grandmother used to wear, but make it wearable where it's more my style. This is a good way to do it. So again, this was a very, very long necklace. Remember that. So this is what it looks like now. I went on ahead and shortened it, and I also made a bracelet with it right here, so you can see what that looks like. And so now what we're going to do is make a pair of earrings. And so this listener said, "No, Donna, I don't wear anything like, I don't wear anything like really huge, big, she said, but something to wear makes me think of my grandmama." Okay, so what I thought we could do, what I'm seeing is 3 different sizes of these, and I just think they're really pretty. I like it. It looks almost like wire wrapping. See the way it looks. But she said she doesn't wear anything big. So what I think we need to do is use these 2 pieces right here. They're the smaller ones. And it's kind of a plastic, but it looks almost like an opal, doesn't it? I think it's just gorgeous. So let's go ahead and turn the camera down again. I'll put it down here so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is go right here with my pliers again. And again, they're the smooth pliers. You can see they're really smooth right here because I don't want to mess around and dent up those jump rings. Don't want to mess it up. Now I'm saving these, okay? See, I'm saving this right here. I'm going to put a different jump ring on it. Okay, I'm going to have one. It's going to fit more with the ears. So let's go on ahead, and here again. I hope I'm not messing up. I hope you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, let's go ahead and take this jump ring off. Or actually take this off the jump ring. I'm leaving the jump ring on. Just in case she sees this show and she says, "Donna, go on ahead and make a couple more bracelets." Then I'll have it ready for her. All right, let's move these over here to the side. Okay, now you want some good, strong jump rings. Okay, I'm talking about the good ones. Don't get the little flimsy kinds. Okay, now another thing I need to do is go on ahead and remove this part. See, I'm kind of dissecting it. And another thing I like to do is, unless they just don't want it anymore, I always put everything in a bag and I'll let the customer take this back home with them, what's left over, because they may decide they want to use it on something else. All right, we're taking that off. Let's go ahead and put this jump ring right back on here. If you're a creative person, I'll tell you what, jewelry making is a good thing to do. And again, you can have a business just on repairs. Now make sure it's not just a hobby, okay? You don't want to buy up a bunch of stuff and never sell anything, or because you're going to have your spouse mad at you. All right, so let's go ahead. And again, I want to save these jump rings just in case she gets back at me and says, "Donna, I want some more bracelets." All right, now, these are really good jump rings. Now let me show you. This will be the first time I'm using these. So let me show you what I'm talking about. When you work hardened metal, okay? This is important to know. So I would never get my pliers and go like this with these jump rings. I promise you, you're gonna ruin the integrity of that circle right there, and you'll never get it back in shape again. So when you are using jump rings, what you've got to do is go this way, go side by side, see, for that jump ring. Now let's go on ahead and see how we're making this earring. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here and make sure that it does fit. Okay, that's not going to fit. It's going to be too big, so I've got another idea. Let's go ahead and bend this. This needs to be bent anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and get the other one. So I got another idea. Okay, and this is a real easy way to do it. So I like to use sterling silver. Okay, there's little earring hoops, okay? So I like to use sterling silver ones. You can use whatever you want to, but I just like these because they're just made better. Now, what I'm going to do, see there's a little circle right there. There's a little hoop. So what I'm going to do, again, I've got my smooth pliers. So I'm going to go ahead and move it this way. Again, don't go out. You need to go side by side. And let's go ahead and put this through there. There we go. Whoop. I don't think I pulled it out enough. Oh, there we go. And all I've got to do is just put that back. And look at this. There's earring. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the other one. Right here it is. And again, you're going to use the same process on the little hoop right there. Go out. Don't go side by side, okay? Because you're going to mess it up. And again, you'll never get it back into shape again. Okay? And let's go ahead and close this one. And yeah, I'm paying attention. I've only got a little bit over 2 minutes left in this segment because I really want to show you something else important. Okay, so see how I've got this part right here sticking out? I could add something on there if I wanted to. I mean, I could get any kind of a little jewel or whatever, but she wants simple. See, she said she didn't want anything that's going to hang. So what I'm going to do is break that off very gently. Be really careful. You're dealing with other people's stuff. So I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to use a file. You can just use a fingernail file, and you need to file that back because if you don't, that could get hung on her clothes. If she's wearing a sweater or whatever, get hung up on that. So anyway, there you go. There's a pair of earrings, and again, got a bracelet and the necklace, which works out really good. And I wanted to show you one other thing. So this is a necklace I had it a long time, and it was too long. So I wanted it to be a little bit shorter. It's what you saw me, I had this on at the first part of the show. So what I did is I clipped off. Now save everything, especially if you're a jewelry maker. Don't ever throw anything away. You can always use it for something. So I took this much of the chain off. So now I have a shorter necklace. And I wanted to show you one other thing. Okay, so this was actually a hair clip. You can see the clip right back here. But I wanted to make a necklace out of it. So what I did, I got my drill, and I went ahead and drill the hole up here, this part of the necklace. And then I found this, and so I used resin. The resin's going to hold anything together. And then I added this little star kind of thing right here. And then I also put a Swarovski crystal up here. Now, what I can do with that, because see, I like stuff that's elegant, but I like leather. So what I'm going to do is put this together. I've got myself a simple necklace, and it's on leather, and I'm going to love it. Thank you so much for watching The Edge. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I am your host. And again, I appreciate you listening to me every day and watching me every day, Monday through Friday. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundant TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. There's my dog going off. He says that it's time to go, time to close. I'll be talking to you later, and you take care.